Kyrie, here is this is Dave with some more Catullus poetry. If you're interested in learning ancient Greek or Latin, in the description there's enough information to get in touch with me. I like to help students learn more about these beautiful ancient languages in my nights and weekends. This is a poem by Catullus in the Sapphic strophe meter or Sapphic strophe. It is a meter that goes 11 syllables, 11 syllables, 11 syllables, and then 5 syllables. So I will read this out loud. And this is actually an adaptation of a poem that has partially survived by the ancient Greek poetess Sappho. But I will read this out so that you can sort of hear what it sounds like, and then we'll translate. So, Ille mi paresse Deo videtur, ille si facest superare divos, qui sedens adver susidentidem te spectat et audit, dulce ridentem misero quod omnes, eripit sensus mihinam simulte, lesbia spexi nihil est super mi, vocis in ore. Lingua sed torpet tenuis subartus, flamma dema nat sonitus suopte, tintinant aures geminate guntur, lumina nocte, otium Catulle tibi molest est, oti exultas nimiumque gestis, oti et reges prius et beatas per diditurbes. Okay, so probably saw how that, you get a sense for how that sounds. You see how some of the syllables at the end of words elide into the next ones, especially ones that end with vowels or with the um ending, which is often the either the neuter or the accusative ending. Okay, and let's go through and see how this translates. So, ille mi paresse Deo videtur. So that man, ille, videtur is the passive of to see, which in English we usually express as to seem. So that man, and then mihi is, mi is just short for mihi. So that man seems to me, par esse Deo, to be equal to a god. Ille si fas est, he, if it is, okay, so fas, interesting concept, right? If it is allowed under the divine law, okay, so he, if it is even possible, something like that, right? Superare divos, to exceed the gods. Okay, qui sedens adversus identidem te spectat et audit. Who is the qui, and then spectat et audit, who watches and listens, sitting opposite you again and again. Okay, dulce ridentum, to you laughing sweetly. And then quod, which eripit omnes sensus, which takes away all of my senses, misero, poor me, takes away all my senses, nam simulte lesbia aspexi, for as soon as or the moment I catch sight of you, lesbia, that's the name that he always gives his girlfriend. It's a poetic name, right? And it would not have had the connotations that the name has today. That was like a 19th century euphemism for female homosexuality. But anyway, right. So, who listens and watches you laughing sweetly, which seizes away all my senses, for as soon as I catch sight of you, lesbia, there is nihil est super mi vocis in ore, nihil vocis, nothing of voice est, is me, super mi vocis in ore, nothing of voice is left to me in my mouth. In other words, I have lost the power of speech. As soon as I look at you, lesbia, I lose the power of speech. Okay. Lingua sed torpets tenuis subartus flamma de manat sonitus suopte tintinant aures gemina teguntur lumina nocte. So, but my tongue torpet, it goes numb, okay, and a tenuis flamma, a subtle flame de manat, steals under my limbs, sub artus. Sonitus suopte tintinant aures, my ears ring with their own sound. Gemina teguntur lumina nocte. So this is kind of interesting because the what it means is that the lumina that literally means lights, but what it means is his eyes, right? My eyes teguntur are covered gemina nocte with a twin night, like, each eye separately covered in darkness, you could imagine, right? And then finally, this last paragraph, otium tibi catule, I don't know, I read that wrong twice in a row. Otium catule tibi molestest. So, leisure, Catullus, is harmful or dangerous for you. Oti exultis nimiumque gestis. You revel in leisure and put it on too much. Oti et reges prius et beatas perdidit urbes, that leisure has destroyed kings before, reges, prius, right? Previously it has destroyed kings, and beatas urbes, blessed cities. So anyway, that is another poem by Catullus. This is actually, I pulled this from the Cambridge Reader Volume 4, the purple book, that you can probably find a decent used copy of online on Amazon. But if you want to learn Latin or ancient Greek, and you want to learn more about ancient poetry or prose, I am here to help. Just look me up. You can contact me directly. You can find me on the Wise Ant platform as well. Till next time, voile.